Square root functions. Our parent function of square root of x the domain of the square root of x is bracket 0 to infinity. Our range is bracket 0 to infinity as well. It goes on for infinity because it goes on for forever. The x-intercept is 0, 0, and our y-intercept is also 0, 0, as it starts at point 0, 0. It increases by bracket 0 and infinity. In a transformation example is square root x plus 3 minus 2, which means you go down 2 plus negative 2, you go to the left 3 because you are adding. Transformation example number 2 of negative x square root x plus 1, you move up 1, there's a reflection over the x-axis as it is a negative square root. Okay. How to graph the functions. You must first check the domain of the function. You cannot graph a square root with a negative number inside of it. For example, square root of 3 minus x, x not be less than 0 because x would then be negative. So if x was 4, x minus 4 is negative 1, but radical negative 1 is a non-real solution. To find the domain, state whatever is in the radical. It has to be greater or equal to 0 and then solve. 3 minus x is greater than or equal to 0. 3 is then greater than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 3. 1. Remember, x must be less than or greater than 3 and cannot be too small because it creates a negative. So if x was 1, 1 minus 3 is a negative number, which is a non-real solution. Okay, now plot the points on the graph. Our blue line is our parent function of radical x, or square root of x. Our red line is our transformation line, which is square root x minus 2 plus 3. It moves up 3 points from the parent function and goes over 2 from the original starting point of our parent function. Our domain and range of our square root of x minus 2 plus 3 is bracket 2 and infinity because it starts at 2 but goes on forever. And our range is bracket 3 for infinity because it starts at 3 but goes on forever. It is transformed to the right 2 points and goes up 3 points for a parent function. The question, state the function of a square root function y equals square root x minus 2 plus 3 and sketch the graph. Notes to consider. Consider domain and range before graphing. It will help with figuring out where the point should go. No negative values should be inside the square root because then it will create a non-real solution. Any number outside the radical determines the shrink or stretch. Only flip when it's under radical, left or down. How it is used in the real world. A job that includes solving for a right triangle. Carpenters, engineers, construction workers.
Word problems. Will wanted to build a fence for his dog against his house. 3 sides of the garden need to be fenced, and the 4th side of the garden will be enclosed by the side of his house. He wants to use all 30 feet of fencing available. Find the dimensions of the garden.
He wants to produce the maximum enclosed area. Area equals length times width. 2L plus W equals 30 is our equation. You subtract 2L on both sides to get W equals negative 2L plus 30. You then plug in 7.5 as our length, which equals W equals negative 2 times 7.5 plus 30. W equals negative 15 plus 30. Our answer is 15. The maximum enclosed area would be our length of 7.5 and our area of 112.5. And area equals length times width. Area equals L parentheses, negative 2L plus 30, parentheses. A equals negative 2L squared plus 30L.